Happy Saturday. I wanted to take you along on my journey through Sweetsimplevegan's mac and cheese recipe. I was going to make the nut-free version, but I realized that we don't have enough sunflower seeds, so I'm going to do a combination of sunflower seeds and cashews as the base with potatoes and carrots. So wanted to take you along because I thought this could be a creative way for you to try a new mac and cheese recipe while you're being in quarantine. And and also be introduced to one of my favorite bloggers, the ones that I watch kind of at the beginning of all of my YouTube blogging experiences, and so excited to share with you a recipe that we've made a couple of times from them before, just not the sunflower version, and it's been delicious every time. So welcome and follow me along. Okay, so the first step is to soak the cashew / sunflower seeds. So I have a cup, about a half a cup of the sunflower seeds, half a cup of the cashews, and we're gonna come over to our teapot and soak them in what was just boiled water from Jessica's tea. And we're gonna have this sit for about 30 minutes. So we're gonna prep our vegetables and things like that before we move to the next step. So here we are. Okay, so the next step is that I'm gonna prep our carrots and potatoes, because that's going to be our main part of the dish. Oh, and then we have some onion as well. I guess I might as well just show you everything we're gonna put in. Some fresh lemon. We need to really use up this really not so good Heidi-Ho plant powered smoky bourbon, so we're gonna add that into the mix to use that up. This is our homemade veggie stock, and so I'll probably do that in another video where I show you how we make our veggie stock. And then we also have some just turmeric, black pepper, which activates the turmeric when you add that to a recipe. I don't have any fresh garlic right now, so garlic powder is going to be what's used. Some salt, and then just the pasta we have right now is these shells. So we're going to use 2 packages of these because they're fairly small, and we like to have leftovers so we can use them for lunches for the week and things like that. So anyways, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and prep the potatoes and the carrots to get those ready, and I will show you kind of what the next step is after I've prepped our vegetables. So okay, so I roughly chopped up the potatoes, kind of just half them and things like that, just so that they could boil a little bit easier. Also rough chop on the onions, and just kind of sliced up and diced up the carrots. Going to use this strainer in the pot of boiling water over here, once that is boiling, so that we can start with the carrots and have those boil for about 8 minutes, and then the potatoes probably about 10 minutes or so. And then the onions are going to go on that frying pan that you saw in front of the one that's going to boil. So yeah, and then this is what we do with our scraps, is we keep them. So the potato skins, the carrot skins, and then the onion outer layer is all in this, and we're gonna just put that in the freezer, and that's how we make our stock. So or part of how we make our stock. So anyways, okay, so now we have the onion in the pan, that roughly chopped onion. So now I'm just gonna add some garlic powder, since again we don't have regular garlic at this moment. So it said about 3 cloves, so I'm just gonna put quite a bit, because, you know, garlic is always good. So yeah, that should be enough there. And kind of just mix that in so it kind of coats the onions while it starts to fry up a little bit more. And we'll let that simmer a little bit in that really light. I have it. I put the carrots in there. It's not quite boiling as much as I'd like yet, but it will be. And the carrots cook quicker than the potatoes do in this setting. So Yes, oh, and then we have water boiling for the noodles over here. Carrots going in. And then I'm going to put the potatoes in here so we can get those boiling. Oh no, potato down. 2 potatoes down. Here is the cashews and the sunflower seeds that had been soaking for about a half an hour. Adding those into the carrots and the onions with the garlic powder that were being sauteed and steamed. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in the rest of this, Jessica's favorite Heidi-Ho blend.
It isn't.
So we can use that up for some extra vegetables because this is primarily made out of vegetables. So that is how we're getting those in today. Okay. And then it asks for about a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, which I'm just going to eyeball this because you can never have too much nutritional yeast, in my opinion, when it comes to making mac and cheese, because that's where that cheesy flavor really comes in. And then looks like about a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder, which is just mostly for color, but it's also good for your health, so add more in if you'd like. And then we'll do some black pepper, which activates that turmeric. And some salt. Maybe.
You gotta break that up a little bit.
Thanks, Jessica. And then we also are going to add in our veggie broth, which is about 1.5 cups, more than that. So I'm going to take out a good measuring cup and do that. There's a cup. A little bit more than 1/2 cup. Okay. Liquid. And then also 1/2 a lemon, which this lemon is way too big for our lemon press, whatever they're called, citrus press. So I'm just gonna do it myself. This has a really thick rind. Alright, and then check on our potatoes really quickly. Those are coming along. I think they're just about ready to add. We'll just have them be a few more minutes, and we'll let you know what happens next. Okay, I've added the potatoes, which I probably should have used the food processor because this is way too much in this blender, but we'll give it a go and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so it turned out okay. It got kind of smooth. There's a little bit of chunks, as you can see, but I don't know if you can still see like the smoke coming up. Probably not, but definitely probably blew the motor a little too hard, so this is the best we're gonna get. But I'm gonna add that to the pasta, cook on the stovetop for a little bit longer, and then enjoy. So we'll see you soon. All right, look at how much this baby made. I mean, it barely is gonna fit in this pot, or this pan, I should say, but hey, we'll have a lot of leftovers, which is great. And okay, here's the final product. We have the mac underneath, and then I put some banana peppers and hot sauce on top because I like my mac spicy. Last recording, what are your thoughts, Jessica? Because you're mowing down on this right now.
It's very good. I love a saucy mac. I like my mac to have lots of sauce. I don't want the noodles to be sticking together. This is a nice saucy mac, and the cheese sauce that we added didn't seem to change the flavor in a bad way. And yeah, I think it's great. I love shells. They're my favorite mac and cheese pasta shape.
Excellent. And also, check out this big ass banana pepper thing we have. Yeah, Jessica's hand for size. I mean, it's huge. So, and this is $3.99 at grocery outlet, so can't go wrong.
Grocery outlet, bargain market.